Welcome to All the Trek from Educating Geeks, the show where I watch every episode of Star Trek until I fall in love with a new species. Well, new to me. I'm your host, Bree, and today I'll be reviewing episodes 38 and 39 of Star Trek, the original series. Episode 38, Metamorphosis. Well, Metamorphosis might be kind of a misleading title. I don't know if anybody really metamorphosizes. Like, maybe their feelings? I don't know. In this episode, Spork are shuttling a diplomat to the Enterprise because she has super space flu, but they get waylaid by a giant blob that cuts all power and communication. They meet this famous dude named Cochrane, who is somehow granted eternal youth. Cochrane has an eerily close relationship with the blob, and he reveals that the shuttle was brought to keep him company. He wants to leave, but Spork point out that this might be a problem because the blob's in love with him. Lady Diplomat has one foot in the grave, and she needs to get off of the planet immediately. Kirk gives this really moving speech about love, which is really obviously a speech about sex. The blob takes over the body of the dying diplomat, and Blobby is finally able to feel real love. Was it consensual? We don't know. We assume the diplomat was okay with it, but hey, whatever. Let's just gloss that over. How would you feel about spending the rest of your life with an amorphous blob who decided to possess a woman on her deathbed? Because apparently Cochrane has no problem with this, especially because the blob's vessel is super hot. Like Megan Draper hot. 2 out of 5 stars. Kirk spends a lot of time giving impassioned speeches, and they dive into some pretty heavy topics here, but there's just too much blundering jerkiness. Episode 39, Journey to Babel. In this episode, we get to meet Spock's parents, Ambassador Sarek and Amanda. This is actually Mark Lenard's second appearance in Star Trek, and he kind of looks like my ex-boyfriend, and it's really awkward. Amanda is a human, Sarek is a Vulcan, and Spock is a terrible son who never visits. The entire crew is gathering together diplomats to discuss mining practices on a planet, and things hit the fan pretty fast. One diplomat disagrees with Sarek and ends up dead. Sarek has a heart attack, and Spock has to give him a blood transfusion. Kirk gets stabbed, and a nearby ship starts acting really sketchy. Spork are out of commission by the end of the episode, but everything turns out okay, and nobody seems to mind the requisite killing of one or more persons while traveling through space. The episode comes to a close with Spock and his father reconciling by bonding over how illogical Mama Spock is. 4 out of 5 stars based purely on the sheer amount of aliens we see in this episode. But they should have treated Mama Spock better. They were really mean. Thanks for watching All the Trek. Please subscribe to our feed, and don't forget to check out what Alice and Megan thought by clicking the link below. You should also check out the rest of our content on educatinggeeks.com. You can find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Google+. Join me next week for another Trek Tuesday. Live long and prosper.